Welcome to Mia Story, where heartfelt tales of love, betrayal, and complex relationships unfold. If you enjoy these emotional and gripping stories, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all our latest videos. Thank you for being part of Mia Story. In a tale woven with unexpected twists, my former love, a young man of 26, is set to unite in matrimony with my dearest friend, a radiant woman of 24. Yet, in a moment of vulnerability, he confided in me his heart's true desire, wishing that I were the one he was to marry instead. From the tender days of 4th grade, a sweet romance blossomed with my first love, lasting until the 11th grade. As the chapters of my life turned, a new love story began in 12th grade, where my heart found its way to my current boyfriend. In the aftermath of a heart-wrenching farewell, my dearest friend revealed a secret that had lingered in the shadows of her heart. She confessed that her feelings for him had blossomed quietly, yet she chose to remain silent while our love story unfolded. She leaned in, her eyes sparkling with curiosity, and gently inquired if I was at ease with her feelings for my past love. With a soft smile, I assured her that she was free to follow her heart wherever it might lead. In the passage of time, fate intertwined the lives of my former love and my dearest companion as they embarked on a new journey together. It may seem unusual, but after the final chapter of our high school journey, we each embarked on our own paths, carrying the memories of our shared moments in our hearts. During their enchanting journey together, I wasn't always by their side, witnessing every tender moment unfold. In the gentle unfolding of our lives, we found the space to grow, each of us blossoming in our own way. Though some may not grasp the beauty of our intertwined paths, I felt a warmth in my heart, knowing that my former love and my dearest friend had discovered a connection of their own. In my heart, I recognized the goodness that resided within my former love, a warmth that seemed perfectly suited for my dearest friend, destined to intertwine their lives in a beautiful harmony. My beloved and I ventured far from home during our university days, and for a time we drifted apart from those two dear souls. Upon our return home, amidst the shadows of uncertainty brought by COVID-19, we discovered the enchanting news of their engagement, a promise of love blossoming in the midst of it all. It was a day filled with magic, a moment etched in my heart forever, as the universe conspired to bring me delightful news and the warm embrace of cherished friends from the past. In a moment suspended in time, I found myself sharing a conversation with my former love, laughter dancing between us as we reminisced about the cherished memories we once created together. Each joke exchanged felt like a gentle caress, a bittersweet reminder of the beautiful moments we had shared as we looked back on our journey with fondness and warmth. With a heart full of joy, I expressed my happiness for him, offering my support in the delicate matters of love. I gently reminded him that if he ever found himself at a loss for the perfect gifts for my best friend, or faced any challenges in their relationship, he could always reach out to me, for I understood their hearts better than anyone. His laughter filled the air, and in that moment, we found our way back to each other, rekindling the bond that had faded with time. As the night wrapped its gentle embrace around me, I was on the brink of drifting into sleep when his voice broke through the silence, and I found myself answering the call. He confided in me that as he reflected on our past, a deep longing stirred within him, wishing he could rewind the clock to a moment when we were still together, dreaming of a future where we would stand side by side, exchanging vows of eternal love. He whispered that perhaps in a different realm, we would be exchanging vows, and he would give anything to make that dream a reality. He whispered that he held my boyfriend in high regard, yet deep down, he believed our destinies were intertwined, forever meant to be together. He lingered on the line, yearning for my words, but silence enveloped the moment as I chose to end the call. I tried to ignore the ache within me, yet witnessing my dearest friend share her joy about planning her wedding fills my heart with bittersweet sorrow. In her shoes, I would yearn for the truth, yet my heart aches at the thought of shattering their blissful moments. Would she harbor feelings of resentment if I chose to keep my silence, or would it be kinder for her heart to remain unaware? Oh, my dear, this predicament feels like a tempest in our hearts. In the tapestry of fate, I envision two enchanting paths that may unfold before us. Perhaps he is simply feeling the weight of the upcoming union, and your presence stirred emotions within him, prompting a desire to find clarity in the midst of it all. Or perhaps, deep within his heart, he truly feels this way, and the best friend was merely a way to keep a piece of you near. He found himself unable to contain that truth any longer, yearning to share it with you upon your return. In this moment, I find myself uncertain of the circumstances that bind you together, yet it is unmistakable that a deep connection once flourished among you all. On the subject of whether to reveal his heart to her or not, it is a delicate dance upon a razor-thin tightrope. He might find himself grateful that you spoke up. She might believe your words are untrue, risking not just the bond between the two of you, but also the delicate connection she shares with him. In that moment, she might believe that your heart is tangled in envy, revealing a side of you that feels small and immature. These are merely reflections on how the tale might unfold. In the end, it is your heart that must guide you in revealing your feelings to her, for only you hold the key to that moment. Follow your heart and choose what you believe will bring her the greatest happiness. Oh, what a captivating beginning it was. Let us await the unfolding of the next chapter. In a moment filled with tension, my heart sank as my beloved, just a year younger than me, confronted me with a painful accusation. She believed I had damaged her trust with my dear friend, a young man of only 20. The air was thick with uncertainty, and I could feel the weight of her words hanging between us. As the soulful voice of our band, I stand firm in my devotion, never straying from the love I hold for my girlfriend, ensuring her heart knows no doubt in my fidelity. My beloved has faced the shadows of past romances that were less than kind. Recently, as the world began to breathe a little easier and the shadows of uncertainty faded, we found ourselves drawn to a vibrant club in the heart of the city where I reside, eager to share our passion and embrace the warmth of connection, all while seeking a little extra to sustain our dreams. In the shadows of a troubled heart, my dear friend, the soul behind the strings of our melodies, faces inner struggles that whisper despair. His spirit, fragile and tormented, often finds solace in the silence of his pain, leaving scars that tell stories of his struggles. There is little I can do, for he stands resolute, a stubborn soul, and it tears at my heart each day to witness the choices he makes that harm him so deeply. After our performance, my dear friend found himself engulfed in a tempest of emotions, tears rolling down his face as he stood backstage, desperately grappling with the pain of his past, yearning to mend the wounds that still haunted him. In that tender moment, I wrapped my arms around him, holding him close as if to shield him from the world. He melted into my embrace, surrendering to the warmth of our connection, and together we found solace in each other's presence. In a moment filled with tenderness, I sought to soothe his troubled heart. Suddenly, like a whirlwind, my girlfriend burst onto the scene, her grip firm around my arm, pulling me to my feet. Her eyes, filled with a storm of emotions, pierced through the air as she accused me of loss of trust. In a moment filled with misunderstanding, she confronted me with accusations that pierced my heart. She believed I had damaged her trust, entwining my name with that of a friend, and claimed I was only after her wealth despite the truth that my own earnings surpassed hers. With a heavy heart, she pushed me away, leaving me standing alone as she walked away, the distance between us growing like an unbridgeable chasm. With a heart full of anticipation, I enlisted another band member to keep an eye on the guitarist, and together we ventured back to her home, the evening air thick with unspoken possibilities. We found ourselves lost in a tempest of emotions, our voices rising and falling like the tides, until at last we drifted apart, each carrying the weight of unspoken words in our hearts. She resides in the sanctuary of our shared dreams, while I sit quietly on the couch, penning my thoughts in the quiet of the night. Is there anyone who can guide me on my path? I fear that the bond we share may falter, all because I sought to be a true companion. Ah, my dear, there's a whisper of change in the air, but before we delve into that tale, I must express my concern for the one who holds your heart. She seems to cast a shadow that darkens the light of your love. If you find it impossible to offer kindness to a friend without her erupting in anger, perhaps it's time to gently part ways and seek a more harmonious path. In the tender moments shared between bandmates, it becomes clear that the warmth of an embrace transcends all boundaries. Regardless of whether they are male or female, the simple act of a hug can weave a connection that speaks to the heart, reminding us that everyone longs for comfort and closeness at times. At last, the moment has arrived to share the latest chapter of our journey. Hey everyone, it seems that the chapter with my beloved has come to a close, and she is now a part of my past. As dawn broke, she stirred from her slumber, her eyes sparkling with a mix of determination and longing. She approached me with an intensity that made my heart race, eager to uncover whether I was prepared to mend the rift between us. With a heart full of confusion, I asked, "What is there to apologize for?" And then we found ourselves entwined in the dance of fate once more. Uncertainty lingered in the air, but the weight of doubt no longer held my heart captive. Yesterday, she took a step away from their shared life and found herself at her sister's place, a new chapter unfolding before her. As I reflect on our moments together, I can't help but notice the subtle hints. Her phone tucked away from my view, whispers shared with others under the veil of night, and little gestures that linger in the air like unspoken secrets. In all honesty, I wonder if I would have found the strength to end our love story had it not been for the whispers revealing the darkness that lingered within her heart. Yet, let us turn our gaze away from her for a moment. My heart sank as my guitarist was whisked away to the hospital, a sense of urgency enveloping the air. I felt compelled to leave, knowing he had torn out the stitches, leaving him vulnerable and in need of care, destined to spend the night away from the warmth of our shared melodies. With a gentle touch, his father arrived, guiding him back to the warmth of their shared sanctuary. His family resides in a distant land, a fact that brings me a sense of relief, for perhaps the presence of his father and loved ones is what he truly requires. Yet I seized the fleeting moment to be with him, just before his father arrived, cherishing every second of our time together. He appeared to be lost in a world of his own, a haze enveloping him, a consequence of the medications that had become a part of his daily life. We shared a moment that felt like an eternity, wrapped in each other's embrace, grateful for the solitude that allowed us to linger in our connection. He promised to reach out whenever the stars aligned for him. In the midst of our musical journey, a pause has been gently woven into our tale. My dear friend, seeking solace and clarity, has requested to return to his rightful place when the stars align in his favor. Meanwhile, our bassist, a vital part of our harmony, has faced an unexpected twist of fate, having broken his foot. Thus, we find ourselves in a moment of stillness, waiting for the right time to rekindle our passion, shapes and forms that dance in the light. With heartfelt gratitude, I extend my thanks to all who offered their wisdom about my past love. Should I fade into silence, let it be known that all is well in my world. In a moment of reflection, a voice emerged, whispering that the storm of COVID still raged on, its presence felt in the hearts of many. The world around us has settled into a serene embrace, bringing a sense of peace to our little corner of existence. Our hearts have wandered far from the familiar shores of the U.S. It seems possible that she might return, charming and gentle, seeking to weave herself back into the fabric of your life. Yet, unless she lays bare her heart and acknowledges her missteps in this tale, I would hesitate to embrace the idea of rekindling that connection. Perhaps she is reflecting her own fears onto you, haunted by the shadows of her past choices, trembling at the thought of loss of trust that lingers in her heart. In the midst of uncertainty, it warms my heart to know that all is well, and your unwavering friendship shines brightly like a beacon of hope. Perhaps a moment of respite would be a welcome embrace amidst the chaos. Wishing you all the happiness and success that your heart desires in the journey ahead. Once upon a time, in the tender realm of love, there existed a small quirk of my beloved that stirred a whirlwind of emotions within me. It was a seemingly trivial detail, yet it ignited a spark of frustration that danced in the corners of my heart. I found myself pondering whether this little imperfection could ever stand in the way of our enchanting journey together. For 2 beautiful years, my heart has danced in harmony with my beloved's, weaving a tapestry of love and shared dreams. In the tender bloom of our 20s, we find ourselves intertwined in a journey of discovery. In the quiet moments we share, I can't help but feel a pang of longing when he always chooses the lesser part for me. It leaves me wondering if he truly understands the depths of my heart and the feelings that swirl within it. In every moment we share, I find joy in offering him the larger slice of pizza, the more generous cookie, as if each gesture is a small token of my affection. Not just those moments, but when we bake biscuits together and only one emerges unscathed from the oven's embrace, he always claims that solitary treasure for himself. When I prepare a salad and offer him a taste, he playfully devours all the toppings, leaving me with nothing but the crisp, lonely lettuce. In a moment filled with unspoken desires, I found myself in the kitchen, having not tasted a morsel all day. I prepared 2 sweet potatoes, envisioning the warmth of one to savor later. But then he appeared, his eyes sparkling with hunger, and with a gentle request, he reached for the larger one, taking it as if it were a treasure meant for him alone. One was delicate and petite, while the other stood grand and imposing. It stirs a gentle frustration within me, for though it is but a trivial matter, it manages to ignite a spark of annoyance in my heart. In the quiet moments of my heart, I find hesitating, unsure of how to approach him. The thought of bringing it up feels like stepping into a delicate dance, where even the slightest misstep might lead to a misunderstanding, and I fear it could spark a trivial quarrel between us. How can I possibly broach this delicate topic, or could it spell the end of our beautiful connection? In the depths of my heart, a tempest brews, and though I sense the intensity of my emotions, I find myself questioning their validity. He has always been this way, and in the grand tapestry of our lives, everything else shines beautifully. It leaves me with the impression that he may be thinking only of himself. My dear, I find myself in harmony with your thoughts. In the delicate dance of love, it seems he may be treading a path that feels a touch inconsiderate and self-centered. Yet, if this has been the rhythm of your relationship, and words of concern have remained unspoken, it begins to weave a tapestry of understanding. It's not the end of the world as long as you share your feelings and he makes an effort to change this part of himself. Without the knowledge of your heart's turmoil, how could he ever hope to mend the rift between you? Engage in a heartfelt dialogue, not a clash of wills. Perhaps you might consider altering your approach, gently withholding the treasures of your affection, and expressing your desire to savor them for a more opportune moment, much like the cherished sweet potato you mentioned. Take gentle care of your heart and hold on to dreams that dance within the realm of possibility. Believe in yourself, for the journey ahead is filled with promise. Truthfully, it felt like a gentle breeze, effortlessly guiding us along the path of our journey. As I delve into this chapter of my life, I find myself a young woman of 20, caught in a whirlwind of emotions. My heart races with fear for my boyfriend, a man of 24, after witnessing a moment of raw intensity where he defended me with fierce passion. Yet amidst the chaos, I grapple with a sense of guilt that weighs heavily on my soul. As the clock strikes the early hours, I find myself returning home from my humble post at the convenience store, the world around me cloaked in a serene stillness, the time lingering between 3:45 and 3:55 a.m. In a neighborhood that often felt uncertain, my beloved would always come to my side, taking my hand and guiding me home with a protective warmth that made the world outside fade away. My beloved stands tall at 6'2", a gentle giant whose presence commands respect as he strolls through the world, leaving an aura of safety in his wake. Yesterday, as the clock struck the end of my shift, I found myself with a fleeting moment of freedom, just 10 minutes to spare. In that quiet space, I hesitated, not wanting to disturb the peaceful rhythm of my boyfriend's day. As I strolled through the quiet streets, the evening air wrapped around me like a gentle embrace. Yet, with each step, a whisper of doubt began to creep into my heart, and I found myself longing for the warmth of companionship. The 15-minute journey felt longer, as regret danced in my mind, casting shadows over the beauty of the night. With each step I took, I felt the presence of another, a shadow trailing softly behind me. Though my heart raced with trepidation, I chose to maintain my composure, allowing the rhythm of my footsteps to guide me forward, even as curiosity tugged at my heartstrings. In the quiet moments we shared, my beloved became my protector, guiding me through the art of self-defense. Though I felt small beside him, his strength enveloped me like a warm embrace. As I focused on the steps he had lovingly instilled in me, I found solace in his teachings even as I tried to dismiss the shadow lurking behind me. In a moment that felt like a cruel twist of fate, I had allowed myself to believe in his charm, thinking he could never bring harm. But as I rounded the corner, the world around me faded, and his hand covered my mouth, pulling me into the shadows, far from the warmth of the streetlights. Anxiety surrounded me, rendering me motionless, as if time itself had paused in that moment. In that moment, a wave of uncertainty washed over me, leaving me paralyzed, as if time itself had paused, and I was caught in a delicate dance between fear and desire. As I emerged from the depths, a surge of desperation coursed through me. I found the strength to cry out, my teeth sinking into his hand, a fleeting moment of defiance that broke the silence. In that fleeting moment, I sensed the impact, yet the sensation eluded me, as if time itself had paused to shield me from the reality of the world around me. As fate would have it, my beloved found himself on the path that led to the store, a journey intertwined with our shared moments. He felt the call of his heart and hurried to my side. He gently removed the man from her side, his protective instincts igniting as he confronted the threat with fierce determination. As I struggled to shield myself with my shirt, my heart raced, captivated by the fierce determination in my boyfriend's eyes as he confronted the man, each blow echoing the intensity of his love and protection for me. He gently guided me back to my sanctuary, his presence a comforting embrace as he helped me cleanse away the day and restore my glow. Tears streamed down my face, a mix of fear and confusion, yet my heart couldn't help but remember the fierce determination in my boyfriend's eyes as he stood up against that man. It's a memory that lingers, leaving me wondering why it captivates me so. The fire in his gaze, the sheer strength that radiated from him, and the way he stood ready to defend me should have wrapped me in a warm embrace of safety. Yet amidst the turmoil, a flutter of fear danced within me. In the depths of my heart, I find myself wrestling with a feeling of shame, for I am afraid of the very man I adore. He who once enveloped me in tenderness, transformed before my eyes into a figure of undeniable strength, and that shift left me trembling in awe and fear. In the depths of my heart, I never imagined he possessed such intensity, and a shiver of fear dances within me at the thought of witnessing it once more. In the depths of my heart, I find myself torn, knowing I have stumbled, yet feeling an overwhelming swirl of emotions within me. In that moment, when his strong hands enveloped me, a wave of fear washed over me, mingling with an unexpected thrill. What I glimpsed in his eyes sent shivers down my spine, leaving me both captivated and terrified. My heart swells with affection for my boyfriend, yet witnessing that moment unfold before my eyes will linger in my memory for some time. How can I move past this heartache? Dearest OP, your emotions resonate deeply within me, and I find them utterly relatable. In that moment, you discovered a hidden facet of his soul, a revelation that filled your heart with hope and wonder. He held a secret within, a hidden depth that you had yet to discover. Imagine it like this. It's a piece of his soul, tightly bound and hidden away in a delicate prison of his own making. You've never laid your eyes upon it before. The only moments that set him free from that confinement are when you and his family face peril, and as soon as the threat fades, he retreats once more into the shadows, leaving that part of him behind. Though I understand the surprise that washes over you, perhaps you will find solace in the knowledge that he possesses the strength to shield you when it truly counts. With a gentle sigh, we turn the page to a new chapter, eager for what awaits us next. In a tale woven with shadows, I, a 29-year-old woman, uncovered the heart-wrenching truth about my husband, a 31-year-old man who seemed intent on unraveling the very fabric of my being, both in spirit and in fortune. It seems like a husband burdened by the weight of his own struggles. Let us embark on this journey together and discover what unfolds. In the tapestry of our lives, 5 beautiful years of marriage have woven together, blessed with the joy of our little boy, who is now 3, filling our days with laughter and love. It may seem like a familiar tale, yet his sweetness and kindness enveloped me like a warm embrace. Yet, in recent days, a veil of distance has settled between them, and he often finds himself lost in debates about the intricacies of existence. In the quiet shadows of the past summer, a distance began to grow between us, a subtle shift that the world's chaos only deepened. The lockdowns, like an uninvited guest, crept into his thoughts, leaving a mark on his spirit that I could only watch from afar. In the quiet moments of my heart, I yearned to reach out to him, to unravel the threads of confusion and mend what was fraying between us. Yet, today, a shadow fell upon my thoughts as I stumbled upon a troubling post on Quora. His laptop lay open, revealing the post like a secret note waiting to be discovered. It was unmistakably from him, for he tenderly wove together the names of both my son and me, a sweet reminder of our shared bond. In that moment, he shared tales of a fleeting romance with a young enchantress, a connection that began to blossom at the dawn of 2019, leaving my heart in turmoil. He whispers that even if I were to discover his loss of trust, my heart would have no option but to remain, bound by the threads of our shared family dreams. In a moment of uncertainty, he feared that if I were to seek a separation, he might take our beloved child away from me, leaving me with an ache in my heart and the burden of alimony and support, while I would be left longing for the warmth of our little one's presence, forever out of reach. With the promise of a brighter future, he believes that my success could lead us both to a life of abundance. In that moment, my heart raced, and a wave of uncertainty washed over me, leaving me at a loss for what steps to take next. In the depths of my heart, a storm brews as I contemplate the path ahead. The thought of losing my son, of never holding him close again, fills me with dread. Yet the trust that once bound us has frayed, leaving me with a heavy heart. I worry for my son, for the shadows that may linger in his young mind amidst this turmoil. What path shall I take? Dear OP, I believe it would be wise to embrace a season of pretending that all is well in your world. With a gentle smile and a subtle nod, play your part in this delicate dance, offering just enough to keep the spark alive, yet revealing nothing of your heart's true intentions. Remember, even in the moments when he appears to be everything you've ever dreamed of, he is still the one who penned those words and does not hold your heart in his hands. In the quiet moments of those months, she found herself drawn into a world of secrets, exploring the depths of his phone and the hidden corners of his computer. With a heart heavy yet determined, she sought the truth, gathering every cherished memory and every fleeting moment captured in photographs. She consulted with wise guides, each one offering counsel as she navigated the tumultuous waters of love and loss, preparing herself for the journey ahead. Though I cannot offer you legal counsel, whispers of doubt, a tale have reached my ears, one that suggests they may not be able to claim his share of the case if they have sought your guidance. Transfer your direct deposit to a new account, catching him off guard in a whirlwind of unexpected emotions. Wishing you all the strength in the world, and my heart aches for what you are enduring.